to the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. I obey my commands at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up. Suelta a los dos.
I think take his time, guys.
We asked him yesterday if he was going to be real physical because he's so much bigger, and he said no. That's not his way. That's not his style. He's not going to force his way to be that way.
Unless it's there, right? But look at the size differential.
Yeah,
this does look like 3 weight divisions.
I mean, you know, the height, the reach, and he's got height and reach over most 115-pounders that he faces that are legitimately in that division. He's working with a new trainer. Robert Garcia has been added to his corner, who's worked with him and been in spots at his training and has been in touch with them over the phone. So Robert Garcia, a very fine trainer and a former world champion, trying to add some dimensions to Donaire. Big right hand.
Big right hand. Then we see Vargas in retreat. Vargas, as Al had mentioned earlier, not your typical Mexican brawler, slugger. He will keep distance. He's definitely a boxer, puncher. And says quickness is the key. He's got to fight fast and make him count. He's given up. Look at the reach. It's so apparent in the height. So his dilemma is, we've talked about how to do damage. If he gets inside, does he stay inside if he's not a big puncher?
Well, to put the size difference in perspective, we mentioned that Vargas weighed in at 114 and probably weighs about 114 now. Donaire weighed in 115. We asked him what he'd weigh in the ring. He said he probably put on about 7 pounds. So it could be 7-8 pound difference between them right now.
Oh, it looks so much different, doesn't it? But Vargas has solid legs. He's, you know, he's not some wafer thin guy by any means, but again, he's jumping up in weight classes. And it's a heck of an order for him.
And when Guerrero did not pass the eye test, which of course, as we pointed out, was the reason why he there's the hook.
Ran into that left hook.
Donaire has great power in that punch.
And if it's open, he's going to take it and let his hands fly. And now it's Vargas looking like the typical Mexican brawler for a minute.
Well,
and Donaire has another issue, always mental. That left hand, he knows it's going to swell. It's been broken, it's been damaged, and he's got to fight through that type of swelling and pain, but he's all ready for it. So he would want a short night, it would seem, too.
He swells every fight. By the end of the fight, when he goes back in, he's soaking it nice, and it's very swollen. So that's a big weapon for him, too, that left hook, and we've already seen it here tonight.
And he's doing exactly what we said, you know, figuring out the pace, the speed and pattern of Vargas's punches. He's really a thinker. I love that about Nonito Donaire. And Vargas is trying to get into this fight with anything he can.
At first glance, after a round, I'd say Donaire's biggest advantage right now is that he's at least as fast, if not faster, than Vargas with his fists.
As we close out round 1 of our main event.
First round, he wasn't close to getting inside. And it's very, very difficult to work the body from the outside unless you're super quick.
Absolutely. Boy, Donaire, he's got to, you know, he's got to be aggressive. He's the much bigger guy. He's the heavier puncher. There's no doubt about it. But again, he's going to take his time unless he sees that opening, and he really cracked with that left hook.
Well, when Nonito Donaire is at his best, he's being a precise fighter. He's the very definition of a boxer puncher because he has all the boxing skills and he has power to be a puncher.
He does. Both hands, too,
In his last fight against Rafael Concepcion, after he had battered Concepcion over the first 4 or 5 rounds, Concepcion was truly a bigger man. All of a sudden, Donaire couldn't put him out, had hand troubles, and then Concepcion came back.
That was a nice quick move from Vargas with the overhand right to even land because he's been short with his jab all night. Right hand stings Vargas. So Donaire's unloaded power in both fists. He drives back Vargas with another right. Vargas waiting to counter, it just doesn't hold on, and now the brawler comes out in him temporarily. But this corner warned him this guy is dangerous, and we've just seen it twice in this round. Big shots from Nonito Donaire in red.
And what we just saw is an example of the fact that Vargas just can't make any mistakes. He makes any mistakes in this fight, he's going to get clocked, and if he gets clocked, he's going to get hurt.
It's got to be exhausting, the mental focus that it's going to take just to get into the next round, and not get hurt. Vargas tries to land the jab, and Donaire looking for that uppercut too. He's got every punch in the arsenal. Jab, tried the right to the body and tried to finish with that left hook. but Vargas is very quick.
Well, Vargas, we need to point out, at his normal weight class, which is probably 108, I think it's probably the place he should be. He went down to 105 for a championship opportunity. He's hurt now. In his weight class, he's a very good fighter and was ready to fight for the title, but this is a lot to undertake against a guy who is too big for most 115-pounders.
It almost seems as if, when Donaire could find this guy and land flush, it could be over.
Oh, yeah. I don't like the fact that Vargas is now boxing with his mouth open.
Vargas trying to keep his hands moving, but he's not able to punch backing up. And even when he tries to go forward, he's lunging and could run into that uppercut. Look at the lightning combination, alluding to that speed you talked about, Al, from Nonito Donaire. And Steve, you mentioned he's definitely got the hand speed here. That second round just zipped along, and it was all Nonito Donaire, save for one right hand from Manuel Vargas.
Donaire having his way really in that round with a variety of punches. Now that was Vargas trying to get some right hands in, but then Donaire with the good right hand. And from long range, he's too much for him.
Yeah, and then the only way Vargas can be in this fight is to have the quickness to strike just as Donaire is about to strike. So far, he hasn't shown that.
Yeah, he fights pretty fast, but he's got to land and get out. It's almost like Morel did against Peñalosa, but it's a far different dish in front of him in Nonito Donaire, who really has hand speed. He'll show the jab and sink in that right hand, that straight right hand. Then he's got that lethal left hook as well. But again, he's getting on the jab right now and taking his time. Looks like he wants to move Vargas into a punch, perhaps. And Vargas coming forward with that sweeping overhand right hand. Walks into a shot and backs off. Oh, and Vargas is there to be tagged now. And it looks like Donaire is going to line him up.
Donaire's jab is always an important weapon for him. Even when he doesn't land it, it's such a good rangefinder for the right hand. Sometimes he doesn't throw it enough.
Man, Vargas is so elusive. Donaire missed with those two power shots. But you're right, he doesn't throw it enough, Al, it seems. He's looking for the power. All roundhouse shots from Vargas. Yeah, and that's a bad move according to CompuBox. Look at that.
And I gave Vargas that round.
Oh,
just kidding.
Otro, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There'll be no getting up, and Nonito Donaire with a dynamic, explosive end to this fight.
Donaire had landed good power punches. A straight right hand, and it was the uppercut, the left uppercut, that did the big damage by Donaire. He's got power net left.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed reaction. The two right hands set it up, and then it was as if Vargas said, hey, something tells me I can't handle this. That left uppercut was beautiful. It also shows the diversity of attack of Nonito Donaire. We think of him as a left hooker. Al mentioned he has a great jab, which he does.
Nonito Donaire. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBC Continental Americas Bantamweight Championship. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with yellow, official weight 117.5 pounds. His professional record, 22 victories, including 7 knockouts, with only 2 defeats and 2 draws. From Kiev, Ukraine, Vladimir Sidorenko. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with white, officially weighing in at 118 pounds. As a professional, 24 victories. With 16 knockouts, only 1 defeat. From General Santos City, Philippines, Nonito, the Filipino Flash Donaire.
Gentlemen, I remind you, protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands. Okay, good luck. We're going 12 rounds. Touch them up.
You know, looking at the two guys, yeah, I just, in the lobby and stuff, Donaire always strikes me as the bigger guy, 5'6", some say 5'7", but Sidorenko looks pretty wiry and strong. And again, he's been at bantamweight a long time.
You ready? You ready? Donaire is the more athletic of the two. A little more versatile of the two fighters. You can see he's much bigger as they come out to center ring. Even though, as Nick said, he's coming up to meet a guy who's been up at the bantamweight. He's going to easily grow into the 122 and 126 pound divisions, Nick.
Oh, definitely. He has a height. You know, he has the body to be able to put on muscle, so it'll work to his advantage.
Gennaro is so early, but some key points that Sidorenko has to do to topple this guy. I mean, it would be a big upset.
But one thing he has to do is you know, he has to get in there and work that body, work the body, try to figure out what's going to slow down Nonito. And you see that jab of Nonito, the way he shoots it and he drops that hand. He needs to be able to counteract that.
Yeah, I agree. That left hand, he has a habit of dropping it where he thinks it's in his comfort zone, but maybe a counter right hand from Sidorenko.
Well, but then again, to land that counter, I mean, Nonito's so aware of everything that comes to him that he has quick reaction, quick reflexes. That makes it a problem for any fighter.
I agree. And then you throw in that speed of his hand speed is excellent. Which, to allude to Rich's earlier point about moving up and play. Sidorenko's coming up and trying to blast back. But
it's to the top of the head.
Well, let's see now. Donaire said this is entertainment. He can close the show here. There's so much time left. Halfway through round one.
Sidorenko's legs really aren't, though. They are not underneath.
Oh, and he's eating shots here. Another lift. Trying to come back. Donaire with the time.
He's done.
Yeah, and he should finish the job. Left hook. And that left hook is his most powerful. But he strung some right hands together as well. Donaire very patient, not getting ahead of himself, not punching himself out. But look at how red the face of Vladimir Sidorenko is.
I mean, those are shots that are being landed on top of the head. If they're not landing on the jaw, or else I think he would have been knocked out. These are shots that are actually being landed on top of the skull, on top of the head, and his equilibrium is totally way out.
Each time he got hit hard, you could see the right leg of his kind of stiffen up and skip a couple of inches.
Oh, Sidorenko was
good right hand.
Nice right hand, a short right hand that landed. There's 30 seconds or more left in this round for Nonito Donaire to finish explosively. I mean, he's had a tremendous first round, but fighting very much in control. And you would call it a 10-8 round with 20 seconds to go.
I'm glad you said that. This is a round judges should score 10-8.
But it may be a move.
And he's hurt again. He got hurt again.
Big right hand. Right hand. Left hook right hand.
Vicious.
4, 5, 6.
He's out.
It's over.
7. Look at his feet.
8. It's over.
Look at me, you okay?
Left hook right hand.
That'll save him. That'll save him. I mean, look at the way he's walking back.
To me, stop it. Watch the doctor.
I would stop that fight.
We'll go to the other corner eventually to watch the doctor in there.
How you feeling? Good. Fucking looking sensation, okay? Let's keep doing that, all right? When you get him hurt, don't get wild.
Cut man, doctor, everybody taking a big look. Oh, he's so hurt. You don't have to speak Ukrainian to see this.
I mean, look at the vicious overhand. Look at the vicious punches that Nonito's trying to land there.
This was early in the round when he was hurting him, and each time the legs of Sidorenko would betray him. You can see.
Right
now
here.
watch the knockdown. There's the overhand right now. Watch, he crumples his leg underneath him as well. He rolled over the leg, and the leg crumpled underneath him.
Well, that left hook right hand was just as good as it gets. Oh.
His legs are gone.
Back up. Donaire 35 of 69. Sidorenko 4 of 25. But that will be maybe the best he will do. It looked like his corner was just saying cover up.
you know, and at the corner of Nonito, they said that you're doing good. Just continue doing what you're doing. And I believe it's true. You know, just continue doing what you're doing. Relax. You know, you can overpower him and knock him out whenever you want.
Yeah, he just created openings there.
Yeah, and that's the key, creating the openings, because as you see Sidorenko, he's not a terrible defensive fighter. He walks forward, but he's had his hands, they're always held high. They're on the sides of his face, up on the cheeks. Man, I've never seen him blown apart the way that he was right there.
Yeah, that's well put.
But like you were saying, Nick, it's the hand, the guard was up there where it's supposed to be, but the punches were hitting on top of the head, and that's where the damage was being done.
Yeah, I just love Donaire the way he could, this quick study. He had his opponent's pattern down within 30 or 45 seconds of his fight, and then he just went to serious work. And Sidorenko's got to do something drastically different, but he has the look of a man who doesn't have that answer. Comes forward. Oh, his face just looks like a piece of raw meat already. Donaire moves to his left. He'll whip that left hand. Looking to unload maybe that hook off the jab. We'll see, but it's just single shots now from Nonito Donaire in red.
You know, when Nonito fought Raul Martinez earlier this year, it was the same kind of story. He just stormed out first round, took complete control, dropped Martinez a couple of times, but he didn't finish him until the fourth. He took this kind of patient attitude again and waited for the opening, and when he just nailed him with that upper.
Look at how red the face of Sidorenko is.
And there's blood mixed in with the red face.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a dangerous situation from a medical perspective. I've never seen a face that red. And it could be partially smeared blood. Oh, and here comes the Ukrainian fighting with desperation.
I mean, basically what you see right there is the makeup of a bloody nose getting painted all over the face of the fighter. I mean, look at that straight, stiff jab by him.
Donaire's just smeared him. Donaire moving constantly to the left and working that left.
Well, Donaire is the painter, and the paintbrush is that left hand.
That is. Missing with the left hook, but nothing back from Sidorenko. So the second round, all Nonito Donaire, very much in control. I haven't seen him throw his right hand at all. But good. Now he is. A right followed by a left. Down the stretch in round two, and he goes southpaw.
Watch your hands. Watch your hands. Time.
But he just has to be careful because Sidorenko, he tends to put his head forward, and that could be an accidental smash where he may get the bad end of the fight.
You know, he gave us a brief look at him at left-handed in that last round. Switched into that southpaw stance. He did that in his last fight with Tyson Marquez, and to tell you the truth, I didn't think he looked very good when he went left-handed, and I thought he looked better just staying right-handed. I don't see any reason to change up.
Well, you know, he had a hip flexor injury there, and he said, you know, he alluded to us yesterday that it's not completely healed, perhaps, that he might switch, but Robert Garcia really doesn't want him to either. I agree, Rich.
Well, he tends to get wild when he switches. Yeah. That's the bad.
If you hit a guy, if you catch a guy in transition that way, switching, you get closer. It's a different story, but it rarely works offensively. Nonito Donaire, all his way, a 10-8 round, we would say 10-8 round. So it's all happening for him. And the Ukrainian Vladimir Sidorenko, and former bantamweight champion. His face is a mess already, and we're only in the third of a scheduled 12-rounder. Donaire with that left hand low. He'll pump that right hand over the left guard of Sidorenko, who's open for that right hand.
I got to give it to Sidorenko. He's actually going in there. He wants to look for the fight. He's trying. He's trying. You know, there's no pounding him out because he is throwing some pretty good hard right hands that aren't landing, but at least his intentions are bad.
He's got that toughness in him, and it was apparent before this fight, and I'm glad he's carrying it out. But Donaire now, with blood between the eyes, probably the blood, I would say, most safely of his opponent. Donaire is punching what he wants, and Sidorenko, as you said, though, is trying to press the action a little bit. He's walking to Donaire, but not punching his way in.
Well, you know, he only had the two losses to Anselmo Moreno. Those
And again, to the top of the head. It was another draw.
Another 16-inch hook. That's it.
He just cannot take the power of Donaire. Well, recently,
Speed and power. Speed and power.
All right, 40 seconds to go in a round. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at the welt on the right, below the right eye of Sidorenko. He's just puffed up, and he is a bloody mess. The doctor's going to take a real good look after this third round. If he gets out of it, Donaire looking for that left again as he continues to move to his left.
I think Donaire has definitely become a better fighter since hooking up with Robert Garcia. He's just, he looks to me like he's got it all. He's the package, man.
Stop on the belt.
Speed, power, and smarts. I love his smarts in the ring.
Time!
We even try to block him with a hit a little bit and try to counter. Pick up that right hand. As we saw right now, he got hit with a left hook because his right hand wasn't up.
And watch the left hook now coming. Again, the leg goes underneath him. Look at that right leg.
Look at that speed.
And his punches have to be a little more quicker because the right hand, he's throwing it, but it ain't coming back with speed.
You know, Nonito was not even going forward when he landed that punch.
But that's this beautiful hand speed that I think that's going to carry him against these bigger guys up the road. So Donaire, 76 of 206, connects through those rounds, 3 rounds. Power connects 46 shots. He's had Sidorenko down twice and practically out.
I thought the first round where he dropped him, that was it. I thought he was going to finish.
In the fourth, the scheduled 12-rounder. At the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, it's Gennaro Hernandez, Rich Murata, and yours truly, Nick Charles. This is Top Rank pay-per-view. Glad you're enjoying it.
Sidorenko he's dead game, and he's talented, but he's completely outclassed.
Yep.
And the thing is he's a former world champion with successful defenses of the championship, and that gives you some indication of the validity of the high pound-for-pound rankings that Nonito Donaire is garnering now.
Absolutely, Rich.
And I want the other fighters to know, all these bantamweights, super bantamweights, and eventually featherweights to be careful. Nonito is somebody they're going to have to be very, very
got it all, like you said. And Sidorenko digs a nice left hook to the body, so he's never stopped trying. But as we said, maybe he stopped believing long ago. Right hand by Donaire, but he's really pretty left-hand happy in this fight.
Well, he's seen it as that's the punch that actually hurt him, so that he's going to continue using it.
Yeah.
But he did get caught with that right hand right now. Kind of stopped himself right there.
That is enough, folks.
That's it. That's it. That's enough.
Blood spewing from his mouth. Nonito Donaire said, hey, boxing is entertainment. I need to make a powerful statement. And he made an explosive one inside 4. A 3 knockdown, chilling performance to take out former world champion Vladimir Sidorenko, who never stopped trying, but who stopped believing, as we said a long time ago, as he felt the power of this man.
A complete wipeout initiated by Nonito Donaire. And I'm sure bantamweights are hoping that he doesn't stop off at bantamweight and just intends to move on up the line.
That's a good point. Here we see it again, guys. Look at it, Gennaro.
Straight, I mean, the left hook that didn't connect, but that right straight down the pipe that I think actually broke the nose of Sidorenko right there. And he was smart to take that knee and say, you know what, I'm done. The power that I felt right now, that,
You know, I really wonder what this guy does at this point. You know, stay at 118, but they got that tournament going on. Abner Maris, Vic Darchinyan, Joseph Agbeko, Yanni Perez. That's a heck of a division, but those guys are going to be tied up a little bit. So
why wait for them? Why wait for them?
Just
Let's move up.
22?
Let's move up and fight the champions up there.
Wow.
Why waste my time and wait for somebody that who knows how long that's going to take?
We're talking at 22. I mean, there's Steve Molitor, the IBF, and Wilfredo Vasquez. That's who he's had his gun sights on. Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. at WBO champ.
But like you said, there's a tournament going on. All of them are scheduled to fight and meet each other. What do? I'm not going to waste my time.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and fight the top contenders or top champions in the other division.
And Michael Buffer will make it official now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Honda Center, Anaheim, California, the end comes at 1 minute 48 seconds, round number 4. The winner by knockout victory and new WBC Continental America's champion, Nonito, the Filipino Flash, Donaire.
Nice belt, but that's...
Introducing first, the challenger. Fighting out of the blue corner, he steps into the ring wearing Pinoy red, white, blue, and gold. He weighed in officially at 118 pounds. As a professional, he maintains a record consisting of 25 victories against 1 lone defeat, and 17 of his victories coming by way of knockout. The former WBA interim super flyweight and former IBF flyweight champion of the world. From General Santos City, the Philippines, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. His opponent across the ring in the red corner. He steps in wearing white trimmed in black and gold. He registered an identical weight of 118 pounds. As a professional, he steps in with 44 victories against only 2 losses, 2 draws, and 34 of those victories coming by way of knockout. The former 2-time WBO junior bantamweight, former WBO flyweight, and the reigning WBC and WBO bantamweight champion of the world. Fighting out of Gimnasio Cochul Montiel y Puro Mochi, Sinaloa, Mexico, Fernando Cochulito Montiel.
Francisco, they gotta go.
Okay, trunks here are good. Trunks here are good. Anything below that line is a foul. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room, so you know that I expect a clean fight. I want to remind you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Acuérdese, quiero una pelea limpia. Dios los bendiga, toquen guantes. God bless, touch up.
Okay. Time to light the fuse. The fireworks are about to start. Highly anticipated Bantamweight World Championship. We know the resumes. Let's see them go to work. Round 1 scheduled for 12. Fernando Montiel, right side of your screen in the white trunks. Nonito Donaire in the red trunks. They have a lot of respect. They mention that word a lot in their press conferences. No trash talking, just go out and see who's the best man. Nothing else to do but decide it here in the ring. Alan Matson-Gell with Raul Marquez, a pleasure to be bringing you this. Right hand over the top.
They butted heads.
Butted heads already.
Gotta be careful.
We don't want to see that again.
Montiel's got a box, but he's got a pressure too in spurts. Keep pivoting around him. Keep Donaire off balance. Keep his timing and rhythm off by doing that little pivot. Oh, powerful shot there by
to the body. Montiel moves out. Montiel's got a little bit of a just got caught with a left. Montiel just got caught with a left. A quick flashing left. Wow. Well, we got some speed in the ring. Don't blink, you might miss something.
Oh, he did say, Donaire did say, he's gonna see my speed in the ring.
Montiel's going to have to deal with that. One way to cut down the speed is to use those terrific body shots that Fernando Montiel has. You'll notice nobody's doing a lot of dancing in there. They're just measuring.
Seems to me that Donaire's the more confident fighter.
Donaire threw a big body punch right there, and I could tell I saw some wincing on the part of Montiel.
Yeah, Montiel is just taking his time.
He's really taking his time.
Being real cautious.
Montiel, not a lot of movement from him, but as much power in these 218-pounders you never want in this division. You can just feel the electricity in the room. People anticipating big shots. Anything can happen.
It is definitely a chess match, but right now, Donaire getting the best out of it.
Well, he's landed a couple of good shots to the body, and he had the big punch.
He's got Montiel's respect. Now there's good movement there by Montiel, but he's got to keep his hands up. He can't get too confident like that.
20 seconds left, round number 1 scheduled for 12. Who is the best bantamweight on the planet? One's from the Philippines, one's from Los Mochis, Mexico. A little bit of foot tangling right there. Montiel has to come out, send a message right at the end.
Montiel caught him with a left.
Yep.
Yeah, with a hook there at the end. They're telling him real, how do you feel? I feel good. He said he feels good, real close. Gotta close up your defense. Don't open up wide.
Then jab and hook, okay? And guarantee you that's gonna land, okay? Keep breathing, keep fighting smart, okay? Don't get excited about the crowd, okay?
His grandpa working the corner over there.
He throws punches back up and counter, okay? Okay?
Take a look at some of this, Raul. There's a big punch right there.
That was a... Here we go. Oh, that's it. The big left hook right there by Donaire. Montiel, yeah. Montiel fell right into it. It was a left hook by Nonito Donaire.
And a big right hand.
Big one.
Big right hand.
Oh, he took it.
He certainly took it, but it was a nice explosive punch.
They're telling Donaire take his time.
Well, Fernando's not showing a lot of movement, is he?
No, he's not. He's flat-footed.
He's just kind of standing there trying to measure him out. And
he's standing right in front of him. That's why he got caught with that big 1-2 right now. The big right hand by Donaire, but he took it he just shook it off. And
he might have a specific strategy to see what Donaire's got. But I expected to start here. He's starting to animate a little bit more, isn't he? Starting to move that head, starting to get good movement. Because Fernando's got to work the angles and get to the body. That's what he specializes in.
Yeah, keep pivoting. We keep turning him around, but so far he hasn't even been able to find his distance. He can't find Donaire. He can't deal with the speed. He just can't find him. Donaire's moving in and out, in and out.
He hasn't found him yet. But Donaire's like a explosive going off. When he gets ready to fire, it's just big bang. Good left hand work right there by Montiel.
That's the first, did you say that's the first solid combination he caught him with that jab and that little hook? There you go.
Counter, good counter right there to the body. You got great skill in there tonight, guys. As good as it gets. 1 minute left, round number 2 scheduled for 12 from Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Oh, left hand! Down goes Montiel! Down goes Montiel! He's not getting up!
He's not getting up.
He's not getting up! He's not getting up!
That's it.
He's not getting up!
He said he's okay. He's going to let him go. He's going to try.
No!
He's looking for the big one.
Russell Moore! No, you can't do that!
That's it.
He was out on his feet!
Yeah, he was out. That was explosive.
I don't understand why Moore let him go. feet, but anyway, that was a dynamite punch.
Wow.
He was on flat on the canvas. All the circuits had gone out. The great Fernando Montiel just got abused by the Filipino Flash. That is why they call him the Flash. An unbelievable punch.
Huge, explosive. I mean, he was out of his feet. There was no reason for the referee to let him continue. He gave it. He's a great champion, Montiel. He was giving him an opportunity. There he is. He set him up. He took his time. Look. Wow. Big left hook. Yeah, big left hook. He did say his left hook was better than Montiel's left hook.
And look at his reaction. You could tell all the circuits. I don't know why he even let this continue. It was.
Yeah, that was the.
He was
lost. He was completely lost. Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't with us. The adoring crowds of Filipinos. Look at this scene. There's a new king of the 118 division. A big counter left hook when Fernando Montiel threw the right and missed. Bang, bang, out went the lights. Robert Garcia, the great trainer from Oxnard, California, had his guy ready. I told you, Raul, I told the audience, don't blink, because anything can happen at any moment. And it did.
Yeah, you're right about that. Here we see again. Well, that was after he got back up and he was completely, like you said, out on his feet. And good thing he didn't get caught by another shot like that, you know.
That is a solid, when you look at reaction, his body twitching. And he looked right over at me over here, like right there, looking our direction. I could tell that there was nobody home. The lights, the eyes were rolling back. And I said he wasn't going to get up. Well, he kind of instinctively got up, but he had no way to continue. I think that was just instinct that got him off that mat, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
Look at it.
Pure instinct.
See those eyes right there? Look at the eyes. That's what I was looking right into. Oh, my goodness.
That doesn't look good. I don't like looking at stuff like that.
I don't like looking at it either. I tell you, that's...
And I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that he didn't get hurt. Hopefully everything's fine.
A series of uncontested blows obligates referee Russell Mora to step in and stop this bout with an official time of 2 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 2. The winner, by way of technical knockout, and now the new WBC and WBO bantamweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with head trainer Iochi Kasai, official weight 121.8 pounds. His professional record, 39 victories, including 24 knockouts with 4 defeats and 3 draws. And he is undefeated for the last 16 fights over a span of 8 years. From Nagasaki, Hyogo, Japan, the challenger, former WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Nishioka Speed King, Nishioka. And fighting out of the red corner with his head trainer, former world champion Robert Garcia. Wearing red and officially weighing 121.6 pounds. His professional record, 30 fights, 29 victories, including 18 knockouts with only 1 defeat, and he is undefeated over the last 11 years. From General Santos City, Philippines, the 3-division, 3-time world champion, the reigning defending WBO junior featherweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito
All right, referee Raul Paez Sr. will bring them in again. 10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved with the bell ending round. And here in the state of California, either the doctor or ref can stop the fight.
Protect yourselves at all times. Keep your punches up. Remember, bone here on up. So punches here are fine. Okay? Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
All right, so we're set to go. This should be more of a chess match than what we just saw in that war between Alvarado and Brandon Rios. If you've joined us, you missed a war, to be sure. It could be the fight of the year, Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado, with Rios stopping him in the 7th round after Alvarado really doing a job on him. But right now, the business is for the WBO Junior Featherweight or Super Bantamweight World Championship at 122 pounds. Nonito Donaire working as an orthodox fighter right now, jabbing with the left hand. He'll switch from time to time. And Nishioka is a southpaw fighter jabbing with the right hand. So, Carlos, we're going to see those front feet getting jammed up, and you got to work for the outside. In the black trunks is Nishioka.
You can see right away Nishioka, he's got that right hand up to cover him, he protected from the left hook. He's not going to get hit with that hook. That's his plan.
Nonito Donaire kinds of fights in the shadows of Manny Pacquiao, but he's much loved in the Philippines. Philippine network here doing features on him and doing the fight. Great right hand, lances on the forehead of Nishioka. What are your opening thoughts here in the early going here after a minute gone? It looks like to me that Donaire seems to be a little bit quicker than Nishioka.
He is. He's quicker. You know, he's very explosive on how he gets in and gets out and punches it. And I think that Nishioka right now is a little tentative. You know, he's got that right hand up high. You know, he's worried about that left hook. And when you're worried like that about a punch, it kind of intimidates you, and it doesn't allow you to do your work because you're afraid you're going to get countered with that left hook.
He believes in throwing hard body shots with his left hand downstairs. Referee Paez Sr. says they watch the front feet, but there's going to be no way they can watch their front feet. It just happens when you got a southpaw, as Nishioka is, and the primarily right-handed fighter as Donaire. Donaire will switch, but he's an orthodox fighter to be sure. What's the idea for the southpaw is to throw the straight left hand down the middle, and for the right-handed fighter to throw the straight right hand down the middle, try to catch your opponent. So far, not much offense off the hands of Nishioka. And again, if it's a chess match that you want to see for good boxing, we've got that. We had the war we've already seen, but this will open up, believe me. This will open up in a while. Again, we mentioned it's cool here in the arena at the Home Depot Center now. And the fighters may not be,
stop at the bell.
They're just starting to get a little glaze on the backs now, so they're just getting warmed up, and they've been going at it for 3 minutes here.
Stop at the bell.
Bell ends round 1. Crowd is a little antsy because they don't really want to see a boxing match after what they've just seen.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's going to be some very hard shoes to fill after that fight.
And both of these guys are primarily boxers, and Nonito, who doesn't mind throwing heavy punches and trying to knock a guy out. In the corner of Nishioka.
And I just saw Robert Rodriguez Garcia, telling Donaire that he's got that hanging up hard, so he's going to have to try to find a way to get to the body first and then open him up upstairs.
Doc, it's Dr. Gutas and myself, right?
And he's saying watch out to the left in the corner. We have a Japanese guy in the corner that's translating to our producer, Marty Cohen, who's telling us what they're saying in Japanese. All right, so we're set to go. Round number 2 from the Home Depot Center in Carson, California, just outside of Los Angeles. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan, along with Carlos Palomino, former world welterweight champion, and you're watching Top Rank Boxing worldwide. Glad that you're with us. What a night it's been so far. And these guys are 2 premier boxers, and the chess match continues. Now Nonito opens up. Donaire in the red trunks, Nishioka in the black trunks. You noticed yesterday that Nonito said he likes to please his fans, so if he has a few boos, maybe he will open it up a bit more. But Nishioka hasn't done anything so far but catch punches. Hasn't opened up. He showed the ability to get to the body of Nonito a couple of times with that left hand, but he throws not too many jabs at all.
Well, he's really worried about that left hook, and it's kind of making him very, very tentative about what he wants to do. He's walking forward, but he's not doing anything. And Nonito Donaire has very quick hands. He jumps in, jumps out.
Nonito hasn't knocked anyone out in his last 3 fights, so he might be a little anxious to try to score that left hook. Although he said he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't get, let himself allow to just go slugging with his left hook and right hand. But, he actually gets criticized. How can you criticize this guy?
Well, he's moved up to 122 pounds, so, he's fighting bigger guys, stronger guys, better chins, so you can't knock everybody out.
And so, being the smart, intelligent fighter that he is, he's decided to box this guy. And so far, he's outboxing Nishioka, who really hasn't opened up yet.
Don't push his head down. You caused that, okay? Don't push his head down.
Something happened to the knee of Donaire.
They whacked knees, and I think that Donaire got the worst of that.
He definitely did, because it hurt him. It looks like his knee has got some problems right now, too. It doesn't look really stable under it, does it? I can't tell. He may have a problem with that right knee.
It seems fine right now.
You watch it, though. Every once in a while, it looks like it gives. He looks fine when he's throwing punches. Oh, nice uppercut. There you go. You talk about him in and out, in and out. Well, there he is. I guess his leg is all right, Carlos.
Yeah. And it's make it difficult to fight him because he throws punches from all angles. He's off balance, but can still throw a punch. He just did that in the uppercut, being off balance. So Nishioka's got to be very careful of what he wants to do, but he's got to have to start throwing combinations.
Nishioka very cautious here in the first 2 rounds. Has not done much offensively. When you hear the reaction of the crowd, it's not really fair because this is truly a boxing match. These guys aren't loafing out there. They're working hard. Maybe just hanging in there, they consider he's doing well.
Box, gentlemen.
Nick Erie doing the translations for us, so we appreciate that. And here we go to round number 3. This is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it's going to be a boxing match. We can't expect the type of war that we saw in our first fight of the evening, or our last fight of the evening, I should say.
It's amazing to me when Nishioka is still dry. His upper body still looks dry, like he's not perspiring. So this is the 3rd round of it.
Well, this is kind of a new thing for him. They don't have any outdoor arenas that they have boxing in Japan, to my knowledge. So this is probably the first time he's fought outside, where Nonito has fought here in this very arena a couple of times. He's used to fighting outside in the Philippines. It's a chess match here. Nishioka hasn't opened up at all as far as I can see, except trying to go downstairs on a couple of occasions, which have been successful.
He's throwing a couple of left hands straight to the body. but yeah, he's got to do something.
Yeah, the crowd starts to hoot and holler a bit too. And when you hear the Mexican fans that are here and then whistling, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a
It's
good
like at
thing.
a bullfight when they start torching the bull, they start whistling. It's not easy for Donaire either because Nishioka doesn't seem to want to really mix it up, and Donaire is in and out, in and out.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to fight this kind of fight with where your opponent is completely on the defensive, not throwing punches and just completely trying to survive.
And he can't reach him with the jab. We mentioned a couple of times he got the left hand down low. That time he committed himself to it, and you saw what happened. Even though Donaire didn't catch a big piece of him, he did catch little bits of him. And he's concerned about that. You're right, Carlos. He's very concerned with that left hook. Consequently, that right hand is high, and he continues to circle to his left. He doesn't like going back to his right, although he had to that time because he was caught up against the ropes. And you see the expression on the face of the Japanese fighter. It's all concern, and Nonito, it's just another day at the office for him. 15 seconds to go in the third round here in Carson, California.
10 seconds, stop at the bell.
Nice counter punch that time. Nishioka finally got something through. Got the jab through that time. All right, here we go. This is round number 4. Donaire has done a nice job outboxing Nishioka. Once in a while, if you hear me say Donaire, that's the way they pronounce it in the Philippines. And when I talk to him, I say Donaire. So I haven't lost my mind. I know it's Donaire here in the United States.
See, those punches that Donaire just threw, that's the only thing he has to be careful with, because how he jumps in, sometimes he gets off balance, and he can get caught coming in like that. So that's the only thing he has to be careful of. But so far, Nishioka's not doing anything, so he doesn't have to worry.
Yeah, you know, there's a little bit of puffiness by both the eyes of Donaire. So, I mean, Nishioka must be getting something in there every once in a while. That's a nice move that Donaire does. He misses the punch, or kind of almost grabs hold of the head and jumps around so he can't be hit. Crowd really getting on them now. This is going to affect Donaire because he will pick up the pace. He will listen to the crowd. Try to throw a heavier punch that time. Digs hard to the body. Right now, he doesn't seem to have any respect for anything that Nishioka may or may not do. Nice uppercut that time by Nishioka that got the attention of Donaire. Donaire quick on his feet, sliding left, comes with that just sneaky uppercut again with the left hand. He's filled with confidence, goes with the right hand lead. Has stayed as a orthodox fighter the entire fight, as has Nishioka staying as a southpaw the entire fight. From time to time, we've seen Donaire switch, but he hasn't in this fight, and he's filled with confidence in this fight. Got clipped with a light, straight left hand again, which has been the only effective punch at all for Nishioka.
Nishioka, that was the first time he actually threw something to the head. It was...
Well, you know, it's tough for him to jab because when Donaire commits himself to come in, he's always throwing stuff. He doesn't enter the kill zone waltzing in. He comes in throwing, so it's tough for him to hold him off with that jab. And he also comes in from angles. He's in front of him now, but he shifts around. Nishioka's really fighting a cautious fight, though. Far too cautious to this point in the fight. Even here, the referee, Arul Kai's senior, said, "Come on,
10
guys,
seconds,
box."
stop at the bell.
There's some hand speed shown by Donaire. Good right hand lands on Nishioka at the bell. Backs him off. Nonito hardly showing the wares of the fight at all. And here we go, round number 5. This is scheduled for 12. Let's see if Nonito tries to finish this thing off a little bit earlier. He seems like having an adrenaline flow, like he wants to do what he said he wouldn't do, and that's pick it up, because he wants to put on a good show. There's quite a few Japanese people here in attendance, but they don't cheer like Americans do. And certainly not like Mexicans do, Filipinos.
Oh, that's a nice square left to the body.
But that's all that Nishioka's been able to do in the entire fight, is land some of those left hands downstairs. Down to the southpaw, that's his power shot, but it's not hurting Nonito. Donaire up on the toes. Very quick with that left hand, whether he uses it as jab or uses it as his power hook. Trying to set up his left hook. You know what I think Nonito needs to do is throw more straight right hands. Lull him asleep with the right hand and then nail him with the left, because this kid, Nishioka, it's clear he just does not want to get hit with the left hook to the head. Nonito doing everything he can to get this fight going and try to do, and try to damage this guy, but he just can't really catch him flush. The front feet are getting caught up, as you heard the referee say, watch the feet. But when you're fighting a southpaws or an orthodox fighter, there's nothing you can do about the feet except try to have the outside position.
Exactly.
And you're certainly not watching.
But I think Nonito's being a little bit too careful himself. I don't know what kind of power Nishioka has, but he's being very careful, because I think he could just step this up and start throwing a lot more punches and maybe hurt Nishioka, because he's not really doing anything.
But don't forget, Nishioka does have 24 knockouts and 29 wins. So, I mean, he's been fighting in the Far East, so we don't know as much about him as we do about Nonito. But Nonito, is being smart. Don't forget, in the Alvarado fight, Alvarado was cruising along. It looked like it was going to be a long night for Brandon, and then like a bolt out of the blue, Rios dumped him and loaded up about 9 shots, so the referee had to stop the fight.
That was amazing.
Too bad Alvarado didn't go down and take the knee. I wasn't finished seeing that fight. What a great night for Brandon Rios. And here's Nishioka starting to pick it up a little bit. He's let 4 rounds slip away.
10 seconds.
And maybe the 5th round, it's maybe his best round of the fight, but nowhere near enough to win the round yet.
Stop at the bell.
All right, the bell ends the 5th round. Now,
back in the corner.
See Freddie still trying to operate, and then you see Muhammad Ali from time to time, and it's, Muhammad doesn't feel bad for himself, but I do. Here we go with round number 6. It's like called all his fights, in those years, so I miss seeing the Muhammad that I knew. Nonito Donaire, red trunks with a white trim from the Philippines, doing a nice job from General Santos City. Nishioka in the last minute of the last round picked it up, but other than that, he hasn't done much in this fight. I mean, catching a lot of punches. Every once in a while, he throws a straight left hand, but it's downstairs. He hasn't gone to the head much of Nonito. And, in the first minute of the fight, it was clear to us right away that Nonito had faster hands.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to try something. I mean, he just can't walk in like that and not throw punches. There's a jab, but,
the thing that doesn't make it as explosive as the last fight is that Nishioka goes into a shell when he's attacked. When Donaire comes in, he doesn't fight him back. He tries to go defense. At some stage, I expect the fighter with the credentials that he has to open up, but he hasn't done it yet. And the fight's beginning to slip away. He certainly is not going to think that he can wear this guy down.
He made a nice move there to try to land that uppercut, but missed it.
He is more competitive in this 6th round than he has been in other rounds. He seems to be going a little bit offensive-minded, but you see how much he's concentrating on not getting hit by a left hook with that right hand of his. Instead, he's getting hit with uppercuts. Another thing, he doesn't have the fluidity of motion that Nonito has. Even when Nonito gets off balance, he'll still throw a punch like a Nassim Hamad, somebody like that.
makes him very dangerous. I think that's why Nishioka is just not.
Oh! Caught him with an uppercut and dropped him. A nice shot. Counts up to 3 and 4 and 5. He'll get up. His eyes are clear. He takes a standing 8 count. That was a very good uppercut by Nonito. Now he'd like to finish him off and end this because that's what people have been waiting for. And he's on the assault heavily now. It wasn't a very heavy knockdown, but it was a good, solid knockdown. And it's forced the Japanese fighter to try to fight. And now we got us a bit of a war right now as Toshiaki wants to stay in there. Nice series of uppercuts. Actually, his hands were down and hit the canvas, but he was pushed down. Was Nonito Donaire. We just let him push him down.
He did. Nishioka might survive this. Oh!
15 seconds, 14, 13, 12, 10 seconds now to go. Crashing right hand to the left ear. Oh, big shot. Nonito has really controlled this round. He got the knockdown, and now Nishioka says, come on, let's fight. Watch the knockdown, watch the uppercut. Straight right hand. Digging body shot. You know, that body shot might have hurt him too. And a nice uppercut. Here's another angle. And this is a big shot at the end. There's a really good left hook. That's one he's been fearing. Maybe he knows he can survive the left hook and watching out for the uppercut now.
Back up, son. Back
Maybe
up,
Nishioka will open up this round. He's got to if he's going to have any chance of winning this fight. On the other hand, you know, it was in the last fight when Metabula was knocked down in the 4th round that Donaire changed his whole style and went to just strictly trying to go for the knockout. So let's see if he goes back in boxing. He looks like he wants to throw with plenty of malice right now. He wants to take him out. Right eye of Nishioka is almost closed from that one big shot that he took at the end of the last round. Get that left jab, and he's trying to protect that right eye, and that right eye is beginning to close up of Nishioka, and right now he's standing right in front of Donaire. Nishioka trying to get some jabs up. Nonito doesn't have any respect for his power at all, does he?
He doesn't look like it, you know. And Nishioka, when he throws when he throws that punch, he's got to come back and come around with a hook.
In this case, it would be the right hook. Because because he throws with the left hand pretty good. He landed that left hand, he missed that one. Donaire able to duck underneath Nishioka's shot. But Nishioka does have a little bit more of adrenaline flow, even though that right eye is closing up on him. Still protecting it, but he's been protecting it before it was hurt. Nonito Donaire pot-shotting now. That one partially blocked on the gloves. Nonito in the red. What happened there?
Let's see. You're okay.
Were you hitting in the eye with a thumb or something?
It looked like a punch.
Yeah, it looked like a punch to me too, and Nonito walked away. It bothered him though, whatever it was. Maybe he got a little bit of a thumb and an eye.
Well, I really don't know why Nishioka walked away from that. That was not.
Yeah, he should have attacked him.
Yep.
Nishioka trying to make a fight out of it now here in the 7th round. He's boxing better than he did for the first 5 rounds of the fight. And then, of course, he got dropped in the 6th round. Nishioka goes with that left-hand lead again. That's his power shot. It's been his most successful punch, but most of the time it's landed downstairs and it hasn't hurt Nonito at all. Nonito, you see, on the toes, trying to work in a position to land something powerful. He hasn't gone strictly headhunting since he knocked him down and more or less cruised to this round. You think that Nishioka did enough to win this round?
Well, you know, he's starting to land that jab, and then he's throwing. Oh, I don't think so, because he's still catching a lot of short combinations.
I didn't think so. All right, and here we go to round number 8. Nonito Donaire comfortably out in front in this fight, but so may have been Mike Alvarado. But Nishioka just doesn't seem to have the power, even though Nonito's the one coming up, you know. He looks stronger, he looks quicker, faster on his feet. And Nishioka really didn't even seem to get into the fight until the 6th round, and he got dropped in that round. He had his best round of the fight, but not winning the 7th round. Talking about Nishioka. Nishioka's trying to pick up the pace here now. Still seems more concerned about protecting the right eye than being offensive-minded and assaulting this guy. This isn't working. You know, at this stage, if I'm going to fight, I got to put the ears back and just let it go and see if I can pull something off like what Rios did against Alvarado.
Exactly. He's got to be thinking that. You know, he's behind, and they got to let him know in the corner that he's got to get. He's got to throw punches.
One of the problems is the Japanese people are so courteous. They're not telling him the real story when he comes to the corner. They say, you're doing good. Everything that is positive, they tell him. And they're not telling him he's so far behind in the fight that if he doesn't knock this guy out, he can't win it.
Feet, gentlemen. Feet. Let's go.
Nishioka seems to be forcing the fight a little bit more now. But see, even though Nonito pushed him away, you can see how strong Nonito is in this fight. He's ready for 122, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he's a bigger guy, so he's able to put that weight on and be strong. And even though Nishioka, he's coming in and forcing the fight, but he's not throwing enough punches. A single punch is not going to do it.
Well, he doesn't jab his way in, Carlos. He'll walk in. That time he throws a jab, which picked off, but no double jabs in the left hand behind it. See, that time he goes with the left hand, one punch again. Another nice combination, finally. Nonito answers with a straight right hand. That's the way you beat a southpaw. Straight right hand down the middle. That one brushed away. I like that slick move that Nonito makes when he slides around with his right foot behind his left foot and twists his body, then comes right back with a punch. You can look good like that. You're in shadow boxing, but you better be ready to throw something, and he is. Nishioka landed another straight left, but he's paying for it now. And now it opens up. Both guys landing shots. Nonito looked like he was winding up to throw a ball from left field that time. Of course, he was going to throw a punch from left field.
10 seconds, stop the bell.
Well, that's the most action-packed minute of this fight that we've had so far, other than the knockdown.
Nishioka is trying, actually, he's opening up now. He's throwing that left hand to the top, to the body.
He did pay a heavy price for his victory, but it was great. It was great. Here we go. This is round 9. It's scheduled for 12. Home Depot Center, Carson, California, outside of Los Angeles. Watching top-ranked boxing around the world. Nonito Donaire from the Philippines. Oh, look at that. A slip.
Okay.
It's another time. That right leg okay again, Nonito? And it's again the front feet getting tied up. You see our wide shot. You see the front feet getting tied up. He stepped on his toe and then a little push and down he went. Jab, jab. Nonito looking to throw the powerful right hand instead of just the left hook, because in fairness to Nishioka, he's done a nice job protecting the left side, even though that right eye of his is beginning to close up. Protecting his right side, I should have said. Really, really concerned with the left hook, isn't he?
He really is, and rightly so.
But too much at this stage of the fight. I mean, he opened it up the last couple of rounds. He's got to let it fly. This isn't going to get it done for him. He's already wasted a minute here in the 9th round.
That's right, and you're right. He's got to let it go, and he's got to make a decision that either I'm going to go out on my back, or I'm going to make this a fight and try to win.
Yeah, I mean, in the first 5 rounds of the fight, he looked like a fighter that was ahead, that was in survival mode, instead of the first 5 rounds of a fight where you're trying to get some points. A sneaky uppercut by Nonito, and then a body shot with the left hand. And here's Nishioka trying to pick up the pace now. Several straight right hand dropped him. So it wasn't the left hand he had to worry. And that's a pretty good knockdown. This kid's hurt.
7. You sure you're okay? 8.
He says he's okay, but he's not, and there's a lot of time. Nonito wings, and that's it. It's all over. He knew he wasn't ready to fight, and he wasn't going to let Nonito Donaire hurt him. I think that's a good stoppage. Raul Sr. could be criticized, but no way. You got to protect the fighter, and Nishioka was not ready to fight. That's a brilliant win for Nonito Donaire. beautiful, beautiful fight for him. He scored as a 9th round technical knockout victory after knocking him down twice, once in the 6th round and again in the 9th round. Kais gave Nishioka the opportunity to get up. And a good night for Robert Garcia. There's Paco Vacasel in there to congratulate his new WBO junior featherweight champion of the world. He'll get the WBO belt tonight. And that'll make Nonito a 4-time world champion. Wasn't meant to be for this kid tonight. There were times along the 6th and 7th round, even though he got knocked down in the 6th round, that he got into the fight a little bit, but never really got into it until the fight was out of hand. Nonito looked stronger, heavier throughout the course of the fight, and just did an excellent job. Now, with this fight, we'll show you the end of the fight again, and you watch the big right hand shot that comes, bang, straight right hand, knocks him down, and he's really hurt. You see how wobbly he is? He doesn't really know where he is, and finally gets his hands back up. The ref says you're okay. He says he's okay, but he really isn't. And watch Nonito come at him, and immediately covers up, and as soon as Nonito cracks him with a big uppercut again, the referee stops the fight. And at that stage, it was academic. We'll get the official announcement of the timing and the particulars from our ring announcer, Michael Buffer, momentarily. But that's a wonderful fight for Nonito Donaire, and it happened so that he was able to get his knockout, because that's what he wanted to do. That's big for him. Looks like he may have hurt his wrist too when they were taking his glove off. He may have broken his hand again. There seems to be blood in his. That's the 2nd time he's done that now, and that means a good 6 months layoff again for Nonito.
I did. I told him you're a great friend. Yeah.
But this guy, it just wasn't meant to be for Toshiaki Nishioka, who didn't really get going or into the fight until well into the 6th round. Nobu Ikushima, who does a lot of translating for us, congratulating this fighter. This Michael.
Raul Kais Sr. steps in and calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 54 seconds of round number 9. The winner by TKO victory, and still the WBO junior featherweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, official weight 122 pounds, with a future Hall of Fame professional record of 61 victories, including 46 knockouts, with 6 defeats and 2 draws. Tonight, he's the challenger. Here is the former light flyweight world champion, former flyweight world champion, former super flyweight world champion, and former bantamweight champion of the world, de los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico, el legendario campeón, Jorge el Rabioso Arce. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with blue, officially weighing 121 1/2 pounds. As a professional, he is undefeated for over 11 consecutive years. 30 victories, including 19 knockouts, with only 1 defeat. Rated as one of the best pound for pound in the world from General Santos City, Philippines. The former flyweight world champion, super flyweight world champion, bantamweight world champion, the reigning, defending WBO super bantamweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
All right, gentlemen. Earlier today we went over there
direct you to the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Touch them up. Buena suerte, play limpia. Thank you, sir.
And away we are about to go. Arce and Donaire from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Right out of the gate, Carlos.
Goodness.
It's not going to take long. Lawrence Kolar, referee this evening. The fighters are ready. The fans are ready. And away we go. Two very good friends who aren't friends for the next hour. An overhand left by Arce.
And Nonito threw that left hand like he meant it. So I mean, he's not holding back with that left hand because he just swinged it really well right now. He missed, but he threw it with power.
Both fighters in that short feeling out process, but we can't envision it lasting for long. Donaire fires a big left uppercut. But again, Carlos, you're right. You're watching that left hand, right?
Yeah, and he's, that's a very nice triple jab right there. And Nonito looks a lot bigger too than Jorge Arce as far as stature too, because this is not what we expected. Jorge Arce is backing down instead of coming in like he said he was.
An overhand right from Donaire. That was the fight that ended the Nishioka fight. Crowd urges Arce on. Just underway, the WBO Super Bantamweight Championship. Body shot by Arce. A little surprised how cautious he is?
I'm a little surprised, or not a little, a bit surprised, because the way he explained to us was he was going to be all over Nonito right from the get-go, and it looks like Nonito is the bigger man, and he sees it, so he's just kind of walking him down now, and I don't see any hesitation in the way he's throwing that left hand, so maybe there was more gamemanship than reality as far as how hurt his hand is.
Good straight left jab by Donaire. A relatively tame first round.
So in the corner they're yelling at him to come forward and walk him down, but instead he's walking backwards.
He walked into a left uppercut.
Yeah.
Good stiff left jab by Donaire. Body shot, borderline low from Arce. Body shot by Donaire. Round one is in the books. Relatively tame.
But Nonito did the work there, so I think he won that round. I'm surprised at Jorge Arce's style there. They're yelling at him in the corner to start to walk Nonito down, but he was on the move the whole time. Walking down, get close. Get close. Stay close. Jab and always wait for the return. He comes in, jump back, then come right back with a hook right hand. So they're basically telling him the counter punch. To come forward, but wait for the shots and then try to counter punch instead of having him initiate, which I think is a mistake against Nonito.
So we talked about a 5-week time frame where Arce was with Nacho Beristain.
Yeah.
What could be garnered in a relatively short period of time like that?
I don't think much, because unless you a fighter grows up from the time he starts. He's got a style, and he's settled in that style. And then the trainer, perfects that style. So and the way you punch, and try to change that in 5 weeks, it's impossible.
Second round action, Houston, Texas. Arce, Donaire. The waiting is over. First round in the books. And still a feeling out process. There we see both fighters firing big left. A right hand by Donaire, and Arce goes down to one knee. It is ruled a knockdown. Arce looks to his corner, says, I'm okay. And now he pursues. Donaire gets out of the corner easily.
Oh, lands a right hand, yep.
Donaire is throwing that left with authority, Carlos.
Yes, he is. I think I don't think there's any problem with that left hand, because he's throwing it with a lot of bad intention, and if he was hurt in any way, he wouldn't be able to do that.
So a second round knockdown in round 2 by the champion. Straight left jab by Nonito. Another. And again, talk about patience. He got his man hurt or down, but not necessarily hurt, and he did not take any foolish chances.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, to me, I'd say it's a kind of little out of range. He hasn't really found the rhythm, because he's kind of like, hasn't found his range yet. It seems a little bit out of control, and he's going to have to do what he said he was going to do. And rush this thing and make it an inside fight.
So as round 2 winds down, Donaire throws another overhand right that misfires.
Wow, very short right hand. Looked like he hit him on the,
action banged heads?
Yeah, and yeah, it didn't seem like that right hand had a lot of power in it. It's more, he got pushed off balance.
Clearly, it's almost reminiscent of the Jesus Noah deal to a degree, where both fighters lunging in. It was a very short right. Yep, very short right. And the one knee touches the canvas. Round 3. And there's Arce trying to ugly this fight up. That's coming in with authority. We said Brahma Bull.
Yeah.
Good left of the body, then an overhand right by Nonito. And again, the crowd tries to urge Arce on. 3 quick left jabs by Donaire. Arce having a hard time getting to the inside, Carlos.
Yeah,
what can he do?
He's got a very difficult time, and that's what he has to do right there. That was a nice move to the inside with the right hand. They came over the hook. He just landed another left hook. Now he's getting comfortable, because he hasn't been looked comfortable to me at all throughout this fight.
He did land a good left on the way in there.
That's what he's got to do right there. Now he's got to work. There you go.
Now the work to the body should begin.
Should begin, and he's got to let his hands go. Any time that Nonito's back touches the ropes, he's got to come in and just let his hands go.
Good straight right by Arce. But this is what he needs to do, make the fight more physical. We saw that earlier tonight.
Yeah,
Arce taps his chin, says keep it coming.
Good left hand by Arce.
And it's almost been his calling card. You get a short right hand, he puts a knee to the canvas. It inspires him to come even faster and harder.
Oh,
good counter right hand by Nonito. He's got him hurt. And he's got Arce down. Again.
Oh, this
still wobbly. He is still wobbly. Lawrence Cole. 13 seconds remaining in round two. Is going to let it continue. Can Nonito close him out? Big right hand. Another big right hand. Then the left. And down goes Arce! Cannot be saved by the bell. This fight is over. Nonito Donaire with authority. Wow! Arce remains on the canvas. Lawrence Cole let the fight continue. Nonito had about 13 seconds left to try and close out the deal, and he was able to do it. And now, good to see Arce sitting up. Those were big shots. Very impressive, Carlos.
And you notice that final knockout was a left hook, a vicious left hook. So I don't think there is much wrong with Nonito's left hand.
And there is Donaire in celebration mode, and why not? The first knockdown.
It's a right hand in the back of the head that hurt him.
You know, on the right ear, as the Noah fight, that equilibrium where he's,
he got hit down while he was down there. So, I don't know. He was hung up on the ropes and got hit with a vicious left hook. And here it is. There, see that uppercut?
Oh, the wobbly knees.
Look.
His right hand was on the canvas, yeah. But don't forget the Jesus Noah fight, where he got hit behind the right ear and lost his equilibrium.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the punch that started this whole process.
Yeah.
Oh, man alive, what a big left hook. Big left hook to close it out. And that was at the final second of the round. And Arce was urging Donaire, keep coming, I'm still here, I'm not going anywhere. And that flash left hook ended this fight in the waning seconds of round three. Let's go to the ring.
At 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number three, the winner by knockout victory and still WBO super bantamweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He steps in wearing the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red, presentando la esquina azul. Vestido del tricolor mexicano, verde, blanco y rojo. Su peso oficial, 122 libras, his official weight, 122 pounds. In 20 bouts as a pro, he has 17 victories against 3 losses, with 13 of those victories coming by way of KO a nivel profesional. Mantiene un récord de 17 victorias, con solo 3 derrotas y 13 de sus victorias por la vía del knockout. Fighting out of la Ciudad de México, DF, César Corazón Juarez. Across the ring in the red corner, su contrario en la esquina roja, vestido de negro con color plateado y color azul marino. In the red corner, he steps in wearing black with silver and teal. He weighed in at an identical 122 pounds. Detuvo la báscula a un peso idéntico de 122 libras. A nivel profesional, mantiene un récord de 35 victorias, con solo 3 derrotas y 23 de sus victorias por la vía del knockout as a pro. He has 35 victories against only 3 losses, with 23 of those victories coming by way of KO. The 5-time world champion, fighting out of San Mateo, California, and representing General Santos City, the Philippines, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
Let's take a look at Tale of the Tape, presented by Sony PlayStation. Greatness awaits.
Okay guys, you already received the instructions. Ustedes ya recibieron las instrucciones. Recuerden protegerse en todo momento. Remember, protect yourself all the time. And respect my commands, okay? Sir. Touch gloves. And God bless.
It's a big night for that man, Nonito Donaire against Cesar Juarez. Donaire trying to find his place once again. Can he do it tonight and reclaim a world title? Round 1 of a scheduled 12 is underway. And Donaire right out of the gates.
See, Kevin, that's experience right there. He shot a quick right hand because he saw the guy come in lazy without throwing anything. That's what's going to keep him on top.
Juarez is going to give him opportunities to land counter punches. That's what Donaire does.
Juarez, the native of Mexico City, started boxing at age 8. The other kids at school always beat him up. He didn't just rely on the fight game, though. He brings a master's degree in penal law into the ring. He's in law school right now.
But he's in boxing school right now.
Well, you know what the thing about Donaire, ooh, good shots. Donaire it's a game with inches and angles with him. You know, he slides back, he moves to the side, left or right, just enough to make you miss and counter.
Yeah, if you let Donaire control the geography of the ring, I honestly feel like he can do whatever he wants with you. But if you take that space away from Donaire, I think that you can give him some problems.
If the fight stays like this, or Juarez on the outside, Donaire will eat you up all night long. But I was told by the handlers of Juarez that he would be pressuring Donaire and pushing him back and hope to get him in the later rounds and then take over.
Juarez not able to get much done so far in this first round. Stung immediately out of the gates by Donaire. Good right hand by Juarez.
Again, that's experience of Donaire. He'll do it all night long. If this guy doesn't come in behind the jab, he'll get sharpshooter with that right hand, counter it all night long.
Donaire counterpunches so well that he tends to make his opponents kind of shell-shocked. They don't like to throw too many punches. Getting hit with those big counters like that, you're going to see Juarez not throw very many shots. Oh, Juarez is still trying there.
Nonito's always been known as a sharpshooter.
Yes.
And this is what he's doing right now.
Final seconds of round 1.
10 seconds.
Round 1 about to finish up. off to a good start here in Puerto Rico.
Time!
Round 2 here in Puerto Rico between Nonito Donaire and Cesar Juarez.
Nice left hook by Juarez.
Donaire really controlled that first round.
Oh yeah, he controlled the distance. Everything that made him Fighter of the Year in 2012 and even 2010. You know, he was 2-time Fighter of the Year. It's what he did. Ring generalship. He's a sharpshooter, picking his spots.
One of the things that you saw a little bit from Juarez is that he's able to pace this a little bit. He's fought a lot of rounds in his career, and perhaps he's trying to stretch this into those later rounds and see if he can get Donaire questioning himself a little bit. Donaire, since his loss to Nicholas Walters, has won in 2 straight second-round knockouts.
Yeah, but the opposition was very limited, I think, in those fights. I think this fight is a perfect tailor-made fighter for Donaire. You see him counter-punching at will. You see him landing clean punches. He's able to do whatever he wants against a slower, flat-footed fighter in Juarez.
Well, no, Juarez is
big left hand!
He's hurt. Oh!
And Nonito Donaire going in for the kill.
I was just going to say, Cesar Juarez is known as being a strong, durable guy. And see the shots he just took. You can see that how durable he is.
Trying for that uppercut once more.
Well, he's looking for that because Juarez is leaning forward when he attacks. And he's able to land that uppercut in the middle.
And he's known for, he comes in with wide shots. And again, when you have a sharpshooter like Donaire, he'll go right up the middle all night long. But the one thing I was surprised about Juarez at the fighter meetings, he's got a master's degree. He's an educated kid.
Right.
He's got a master's degree, and I believe in law.
Very smart kid.
Donaire going to the body consistently with that left hand.
Yeah, Juarez is very predictable. I mean, he's rocking side to side. You're able to counter him every single time. You see him rock one side to the next side to the next side. It's easy to counter him.
Well, Tim, when you got like Juarez, he's questioning himself right now. Just as you said, he's the type of fighter. He's got to come forward and let his hands move.
Got to let his hands go. He's either going to get hit trying or not trying. Either way, he's going to get hit. So he might as well try. Good jab.
Time! Felix Verdejo getting ready for our main event coming up in just a little bit. Round 3 between Nonito Donaire and Cesar Juarez.
I think Juarez took Donaire's best shot right now. I think now he needs to go in there and let his hands go, follow behind that double jab or throw some feints, get Donaire to kind of fall short and counter punch. We'll have to change it up a little bit. He's felt his best punch. Look at Donaire moving on angles. He's looking pretty sweet doing that. Trying to find different angles.
Juarez just did 2 things that I've noticed when I watch the tape. He's wide with his punches, and he pulls straight back after he throws it. You do that against Donaire, he's going to follow you right in and clip you on the chin.
Yeah. Donaire looking sharp right now, really sharp right now. Landing crisp right hands, left hooks. That uppercut he landed was amazing. But once again, I told you, this guy is tailor-made for him.
Yes, he is.
Tailor-made.
Let's check in with Christina Pancho. You were listening in Donaire's corner.
I was. His dad, Nonito Donaire Sr., was just telling him to keep the distance and be a little bit more patient. He wants to see a real snap on those punches and just keep that side-to-side movement. So that's the game plan going forward.
All right, Christina, thank you very much. Middle of round 3, Nonito Donaire, 2012 Fighter of the Year, but after the setback, the loss to Nicholas Walters, dropped back down to 122 pounds and really reevaluated his entire career.
Well, 122 pounds is where he belongs. Going up any higher than that, I mean, honestly, these guys are big, especially a guy like Walters, who's who's a big, giant 126-pounder.
See the style that his father wants him to fight. The movement, that's giving Juarez giving him all kind of problems. He's not going to be able to catch Nonito if he keeps moving like he's doing. He's going to have to bang that body, slow him down, try to corner him, and then muscle him. You know, rough him up a bit.
I agree with you, Ray.
Does Donaire need to have a knockout to get people back on the Nonito Donaire bandwagon?
Yes, I think so. Against a fighter that's tailor-made for him, I think he needs a knockout tonight.
I just think he has to win impressively. If he wins impressively, he's back there. He's back in the mix.
Not quite the bombs in this round until right now.
Nice shot.
As Juarez lands a shot and has Donaire on the ropes for a moment.
See how he's throwing punches? That's what's going to get Juarez caught on the chin.
Round 4 of a scheduled 12. Ray Mancini, how do you have it scored through 3?
Well, I got 3 rounds to none. Donaire's pitching the shutout right now.
What did we gain? What did Juarez gain from the flurry at the end of round 3?
Well, I honestly think he gained some confidence. He's able to take Donaire's best punch. He was able to land some of his shots. I thought he did good. I think that's what he needs to do to get in this fight.
Big right hand from Donaire. And Juarez is down.
Well, he got clipped on the chin, then he got tripped.
He got hit with that shot because he threw a jab from way too close.
Juarez went down 3 times in the first round against Jorge Lara in July of 2012. He's in trouble here and in danger of going down a second time in round 4. Donaire trying to finish him off.
And there's the Filipino Flash, that big left hook that he was famous for.
This Juarez kid is tough. He took some big punches right there, and he's still standing up.
Another big right hand.
This is one tough guy right here.
And he's clear-headed, too.
He is so determined. He just got married. He has a baby on the way, and he's showing it tonight, showing his true courage tonight.
Tim, I just hope he's not too much courage for his own good.
Juarez snuck a body shot in, and there's a massive left hand.
Hey, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Está bien, levanta la mano.
And a beautiful left hook thrown by Donaire. I think Donaire's going to finish him here.
That left hook, the trademark of Nonito Donaire in his heyday.
Oh, yeah. He looks very impressive. Like I told you tonight, he looks very impressive tonight. Landing clean counter punches like that and power punches.
Again, I hope not Juarez is too brave for his own good.
Juarez is putting it all on the line right now.
Watch Nonito in this.
Oh! Juarez in trouble again. Still standing.
Nonito's known for stepping and sliding back a half inch or so and countering with that left hook.
The uppercut sneaks in. Juarez takes it as he has every punch in this round.
I don't know. He's getting hit with too many clean punches. If I was in this corner, I would probably throw in a towel right now. Too many clean shots.
The first knockdown from Nonito Donaire.
You saw Juarez
tangle there.
You saw Juarez. He threw a jab from way too close. Nonito rolled it, threw a right hand over the top. Stepped in with a left hook. He just missed that left hook. That probably would have finished him.
Here's the second knockdown, much cleaner.
Nonito stepping around, threw that left hook. Juarez had his hand down, caught him right on the button.
Round 5 underway. No questioning the guts of Cesar Juarez.
He's here to fight, man. He has a baby on the way, and like I said, he just got married. He's gonna get everything he has, but I tell you, if I was in this corner, I would definitely think about throwing in the towel. He's getting hit with too many big punches.
He's not throwing a jab. He's not throwing anything to keep Donaire off of him. Nonito's gonna hook around with that left jab all night long, and one of them's gonna catch him.
Well, I told you, Nonito counterpunch ability is amazing. He has a tendency in making his opponents not throw any punches and keep their hands at home, and he's able to dictate what he's doing in the ring.
A more pedestrian start to this 5th round after the fireworks in the 4th.
And then Juarez is a lot slower as well. Donaire is a seasoned fighter. He's a veteran in the sport. He sees everything coming.
Again, Donaire's known for his feint, slide back, and counter.
See if Donaire follow up with that left hook after that right hand.
And then work the right to the body. He started early on the body of Juarez with that left hand.
I don't like what I'm saying. Juarez getting hit with too many big shots. Look at that.
Juarez trying to answer.
That's where he needs to keep the fight right there. That's what he has to do. And be careful from the counterpunching. Stay close.
Don't push, okay?
If I was in Juarez's corner, I wouldn't even tell him to shoot to the head. I would say hit him to the body. That's all I would tell him. Hit him to the body. Go to the body.
Well, he's got to. Can't hit him anywhere else.
Hit him in the arms. Bang on his arms. Bang him
arms.
anywhere, but not in the head. Don't try to shoot at the head.
Hit him in the hip. Anywhere to slow him down.
You see Donaire is very comfortable in there.
Ooh.
Donaire is very comfortable in there. He sees everything coming. Very poised in the inside right now. Finding positions to land his shots. There's no panic in Donaire right now.
How much is on that left hand that Juarez is throwing right now?
He's a strong kid. He's clubbing him, but there's not a whole lot of snap behind it. And that's what knocks guys out, when you snap the punch.
Look at the left eye of Donaire right now.
It's closing.
It's swelling a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But, Tim, you know what happens as you get open the age a little bit?
Juarez trying to hold him in.
Wow.
Round 6 of a scheduled 12.
Oh, Juarez really closed that round very well. Attacking Donaire, had him pinned on the ropes, closed the gap on him, landed some good, clean right hands over the top. We need to see more of that from him if he wants to win this fight.
You know, they say that Juarez is in great shape, and obviously he is, because he's responded, coming back. I tell you, I'm impressed by that. I just want to see him let his hands go more, or he has no shot of winning this fight.
He's got a similar comeback story to Nonito Donaire. He went through a 7-month period from 2012 through early 2013, lost 2 of 3 fights, and then took a fight as essentially an opponent and was able to get the win over Cesar Seda. That got him the fight against Juan Carlos Sanchez. He also won that one, and that's put him in position for this fight.
I don't know if those fighters are the fighter that Nonito Donaire is. To put him in with Donaire at this point, hey, it's not a bad option, but you could see the difference in class. Unless he comes back, like I said, his job or his idea was to wear Nonito down in the later rounds, feeling that he's an older fighter and that he can catch up to him in the later rounds.
I honestly think that Donaire is making a mistake right now. He's allowing Juarez to build some confidence up. He's not really doing much. He's dancing around, moving, trying to find angles, but he's not punching off his angles. And that's allowing Juarez to walk him down and attack at will.
He is in the 6th round. This is as deep as he's gone in a fight since the Walters fight. Is there any chance he wears down a little bit?
Well, at this point, the kid's wearing them, walking them down, and who knows? I mean, he's capturing good shots, but Nonito is still sharp shooting. He's countering. But this kid, he's strong as a bull, and if you could get him into the 8th, 9th, 10th round, we'll see.
Yeah, Donaire hit him with a clean right hand over the top, but didn't follow it up with anything. He's doing one shot at a time. This kid has took his best punch, and he's still balling him down and coming forward.
That's a slip, not a knockdown. But Donaire may be hurt.
He's hurt.
He rolled his ankle.
Oh, his knee.
He rolled his ankle.
Uh-oh.
Time.
Uh-oh.
Time. Hey, ¿está bien? ¿Está bien? ¿Sí? You all right? Time. All right? Time in.
I think Donaire's going to have to do some soul searching right now if he has that hurt ankle. You have to forget about it and fight. This is a championship match right now.
Time.
Round 7 of a scheduled 12. Ray Mancini, how do you have it scored so far?
Well, Donaire's pitching a shutout, 60-53. I made it the 4th round at 10-8 because the first, even though he clipped him on the chin, he went down on a trip.
Saw Donaire talking to himself a little bit when he came out in the beginning of the round. Maybe he's telling himself, hey, I could still do this. I'm okay. He's kind of talking to himself psychologically.
He talked with us a lot yesterday in the fighter meetings about the mental side of fighting. He's been through a lot of soul searching over the last year or so. Is this where that mental side really gets tested?
Absolutely. This is where he said he's gone to seminars, Tony Robbins, listened to all these motivational speeches, and I admired that. And he reads, and he's a student of Bruce Lee. You got to love that also. But right now, he better call on some intestinal fortitude to win this fight. Because my man, Cesar Juarez, is walking him down, and he's putting his fight plan into effect.
Christina Poncher, you were over in Donaire's corner. What's the word?
Well, right away, they went to the left ankle. As you saw, it got twisted a little bit when he fell, but he told him he's fine. But he said he took that round off, but he'd like him to pick up the pace a little bit more in this round, but do it effectively. No more lazy jabs. Just look for the opening with crisp punches.
That right eye is cut of Donaire. I don't know if it was from a punch or a butt, but Donaire's getting hit with some clean shots on that ropes right now.
Now Juarez has him pinned and has landed a couple.
Juarez needs to stay tight with those punches. He's going to get hit with a counter punch if he continues to swing wildly like that against Donaire.
Tim, you know as well as I do, even though Juarez is not catching Donaire on the ropes, to the judge's eye, he's throwing punches, and Nonito's the one moving.
Well, I can tell you he's winning this round right now. But he's getting with some big shots.
Some bombs are landing for both fighters.
Wow. I think Juarez is kind of discouraging Nonito right now, how strong he is, and he's been able to take his best punch.
Again, this was by talking with Juarez's people this afternoon. They wanted to get Nonito into the later rounds and start to take over.
They've started to do that in this 7th round.
10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds.
Juarez is having a great round right now, in my book.
Round 8 here on Metro PCS Friday Night Knockout. Nonito Donaire and Cesar Juarez. And Juarez with an excellent round in round 7. Here we are in round 8. Nonito Donaire had 2 easy second round knockouts in his other 2 fights since the loss to Nicholas Walters. Stamina has to be a concern right now for the Donaire corner.
Well, he looks good right now. Juarez is not really attacking like he should. Now he is.
Oh, and a big left hand from Juarez.
Juarez needs to let his hands go. He has Nonito bagging up straight up with his hands down. He needs to take advantage of those opportunities.
we talked about earlier, Tim. We said if Nonito got into the later rounds, he's a little older fighter. Would he want to take the punishment and fight like he once did? At some point, your mind says, you know, maybe I don't want to take the punishment.
I don't want to be here. Maybe he's thinking that too.
Okay? Don't push.
He's not the same fighter he was in the first 2 rounds of this fight.
No. My man Juarez has changed that real quick. And he's got Nonito talking to himself a little bit. He's got him thinking.
I told you a few rounds ago what was going on. That Juarez was building confidence as Nonito was bagging up, not doing much.
Punches, okay?
And you see that confidence here. Juarez has taken Nonito's best punch, and it's kind of discouraging Nonito right now.
Donaire with 2 knockdowns in round 4. And since that time, Juarez has slowly been gaining momentum.
And look, Nonito's starting to mark up. And believe me, when you get older and you start marking up, your eyes swelling, you start tasting your own blood, man, it affects your mind.
Watch your head, okay? Watch your head.
Nonito right now is in a bad position right now. He seems like he's a little bit gassed. Juarez is sticking to him like flies.
Juarez senses something from Donaire. A flurry.
Wow.
Don't push it, okay?
What is in Juarez? He's fighting like he's possessed.
There we talked about.
Oh my.
Nonito can change it, but look at Juarez.
Juarez is exhausted.
Oh my.
But he connects with the right hand.
But Nonito can change it with 1 punch.
He sure can, but look at Juarez. He's fighting back. He has something to fight for.
What a finish to round 8.
Oh, big uppercut from Juarez.
Round 9 about to begin, and Cesar Juarez in his last fight against Juan Carlos Sanchez on July 25th. Sanchez was favored to win the fight. Juarez steadily wore him down, dropped him in the 10th. Sanchez fell completely out of the ring in the 12th, and Juarez got the win. Similar pattern developing here.
Yes, it is. Juarez never giving up, having that warrior mentality. He knows what works for him, and that's the pressure, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to continue on to bring the pressure. He's going to take the best punch that Donaire can give out and possibly discourage him.
You know, there's no question of desire and heart from either guy. But at some point, you have to wonder who's hungrier. And at this point, Juarez is much hungrier.
Well, I can tell you between the rounds, I looked at both fighters' eyes. I see one fighter that's winning the fight, but it looks like he don't want to be here. And I see the other fighter laying in the corner looking like, you know what, I can win this fight.
And here's the thing, Tim. There's 4 more rounds to go. He's got another third of their fight.
Oh, snuck the right hand in. With another third of the fight left, Ray, does Donaire have enough left in the tank to get to the end?
Well, there's a question. He's in good shape, but we're going to find out because Juarez starting to test that intestinal fortitude. Like I said, he's banging that body and he's roughing him up.
Juarez told us yesterday he's ready for his power. He's just going to pressure Donaire, and you said, well, what if that doesn't work, Tim? And he said, well, I'm going to have to improvise, but I'll just keep pressuring.
That's what he's doing right now, and he's having success doing it. Good body shot from Juarez.
Watch your heads, okay?
Juarez going to the body now.
He's digging down to that body.
Oh. You know, Nonito can't be laying on those ropes. Even though he's making a miss, he's catching punches on the arms. And those punches take their toll.
With punches right now. Nonito's getting hit on those ropes. He's not blocking any shots.
He's got to get
hit on those ropes right now.
He can't
Juarez
take
landing shots.
4 more rounds of that laying on ropes, Tim.
It could be over. We don't know. That's the beauty about boxing.
Oh, big right hand from Donaire. Juarez took it again.
Juarez is full of confidence. Nonito is a little gas right now. He doesn't have a lot of power on his punches right now.
Round 4 knockdowns, but Juarez and Donaire have been in a battle ever since, and Cesar Juarez just continuing to press the action.
If I'm in the corner of Juarez, you got to tell him to come in and kamikaze. Just let all hang out, throw punches from all angles, rough this guy up, push him in the corner, and go to work.
Yeah, Juarez will need a knockout to win this fight. I mean, he's so behind on points, but these last couple of rounds, he's been putting on a good showing. He's been winning a few of these rounds in the last rounds. Needs a little bit more, I think.
The right hand lands once more from Donaire.
See, this pace favors Nonito.
Watch your hands, okay?
And this is why Juarez, if he wants to win this fight, he's got to pick up the pace and just keep pressure, almost running at him, almost. But he's got to pick up the pace and just keep roughing him up. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
He got hit with that right hand and his nose like exploded. It's bleeding really bad, Juarez is right now.
And back to the body goes Juarez, and now upstairs once more.
That's what he has to do. He has to go down and keep breaking down Nonito right now.
Don't push. Don't push, Nonito.
Oh.
You called it, Tim. The nose of Juarez is just gushing right now.
It's probably broke.
I don't think he cares at all. He's going for it. Juarez is not caring about his nose, and he's not caring about getting hit. He needs to learn how to move his head every now and then. Getting hit with some big punches like that.
Oh! A slip is the call.
Oh!
But he got hit. Even if you go slip, he got hit before he went down. That's a knockdown.
That's a knockdown.
Donaire was never knocked down until the Nicholas Walters fight. And that's the only time he's tasted the canvas.
Well, that's the second time.
Nonito's in trouble right now, guys. Nice counter right hand. Once again, he threw a jab from too close. And he keeps doing that. I don't know why.
Left uppercut. And Juarez lands with a left hand. What a fight in Puerto Rico.
This is what I'm talking about. Right here, boom. Nino gets cut right there, and he goes down. I don't care if it's ankle twist or not. He got hit, which caused the ankle to twist. That's a knockdown.
What a battle this has been.
One of my best fights. One of my favorite fights this year.
Round 11. And these two guys look like they've been in a long and bloody fight.
Great exciting fight tonight. Juarez is allowing Nonito to think in there and move. He needs to close that gap a lot sooner.
Don't push it, don't push it.
This is a fight of the year candidate in my book.
Both fighters taking a slow start approach to this round. We've seen this before in this fight, though. The flurries come later.
Juarez will turn it up the second half of the round, I'm sure. Nonito's doing some good movement right now, moving on angles. Once Nonito stands stationary, then Juarez will be able to catch up to him. Can't run forever.
Juarez stalking Donaire all over this ring.
Yeah, but he's not throwing any punches. He's just leaning in. And Nonito's turning him every time with the check hook. Every time he steps in, he's turning him.
Now Juarez got to watch him keep getting ragged like that. He's got to keep his composure, or he's got no shot at beating Nonito or catching him with anything. I mean, this is a fight fans fight. You know what I mean? Like my guys in Youngstown, Jaime and the guy in the crew, they're loving this.
After all the pyrotechnics we've seen in this fight, this round relatively tame.
Warren's been able to absorb some of these punches because he's been rolling with the punches. See, rolling a little bit with that right hand, taking a little bit of steam off the right hand of Nonito.
Juarez had him in this position last round. That's where we saw the flurry on the ropes, but Juarez not throwing punches right now.
He's looking for spots right now. He's protecting himself against the big bump from Donaire. Needs to keep that right hand at home.
Tim, you know Nonito can't lay there and take too many punches, man. He's getting worn down right now. He's got to get off the rope and get the center ring where he was most effective.
I agree with you on that.
Final seconds of round 11. A fight of the year candidate, perhaps. We reach the final round. Nonito Donaire and Cesar Juarez. Juarez enters this 12th round knowing to win, he's likely got to knock Donaire out.
But he should have been fighting like this the last 3 rounds, running at him just like he's doing now.
Donaire's exhausted right now. He's laying on the ropes.
And there's that flurry that we saw on the 10th.
He's got to get off the ropes.
Big shot. This is where Juarez wants to be. Right here.
If Donaire hangs on, what does he take from this performance that he uses going forward?
I got to tell you, I mean, it's a great win for him because over a rough, tough, rugged guy. But, you know, he's got to look. He's laying on ropes way too much, taking way too much punishment. That's not characteristic of Nonito Donaire.
Not at all.
Halfway through round 12.
Early rounds, he was sharp shooting them, dropped them twice, but somewhere along the way, he stopped throwing those up. He started letting them come forward and pushing them on ropes. But he's a warrior. Look at his face. You gotta love that guy. I love Donaire. Love this kid.
This capacity crowd has gotten their money's worth in this one. What a fight in the final minute of round 12.
Donaire right now is showing a lot of heart right now. He's taking Juarez's best punches right now and dishing out like that.
Uppercut.
He's showing that warrior mentality.
What's keeping these two guys up right now?
Heart, desire.
Heart. Both of these guys.
Pride. You know, Nonito's a proud champion, and Juarez is a proud warrior.
Nonito's showing a lot of heart right now. He is extremely tired, but he keeps firing back, trying to land big bombs like that left hook just now.
Final 10 seconds of this one. A few more bombs to be thrown to close out this spectacular fight. The final word, the decision, when we return on Metro PCS Friday Night Knockout on True TV.
Damas y caballeros, después de 12 vueltas, los jueces Torres y Vázquez entregan tarjetas idénticas de 116 a 110. Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds, judges Torres and Vázquez turn in scores of 116 to 110. Y el juez Martínez anotó 117 a 109. Judge Martínez scores it 117 to 109. All three in favor of the winner. By way of unanimous decision, los tres a favor del ganador por decisión unánime. And now, WBO Junior Featherweight Champion of the world. From the Philippines, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
What a fight, and now champion once again. Much more to come from Puerto Rico when we return on Metro PCS Friday Night Knockout on True TV.